Hi, this is Michelle Johnson, IFBB Pro, Team Beauty Fit athlete, and coach for Team Knockouts. This is video blog number 2 called Let's Talk. I'm going to share with you some insights that I have, and you can take the information or leave it. It's just my 2 cents, my personal opinions, and my viewpoints based on my years of experience. I wanted to talk about coaching. Coaching as far as clients and athletes go, and where things can go wrong. The first thing I want to address is a topic that often comes up when an athlete doesn't get results. How they get disgruntled or upset with the coaches. You often hear that they blame the coach. It's really important as an athlete that you make sure that you understand the importance of being a good sport, number one, but number two, also what a small world the competitive industry is, and it's never good to burn bridges. So be mindful what you're communicating, making comments about your health or inferring that the coach didn't know what they were doing, or possibly that the coach gave you bad coaching and that's why you didn't get the results you want. Those kinds of things just show poor sportsmanship. And really, the pros in the industry know, and all the experts, that many coaches are really good coaches. It's not always the coach. A lot of times, the athlete is not willing to be accountable. And truly, when a competitor is new to the industry, this is when you most often hear these kinds of rumors or this talk and this need to justify why their shows didn't go well for them. The fact is one, either the athlete truly didn't follow their plan in its entirety and only they know the truth, or two, it's possible that being a new competitor, they just needed more time, and more time than 2 shows. Sometimes competitors are too eager to get on stage, and rather than take the time to build their bodies, they plan for a show. And the first step is really building your shape and then eventually leaning out. But if you lean out too early and you give yourself 12 weeks, your very first show prep, 6 weeks of that is when you're growing muscle, and the last 6 weeks you're leaning out. So if you didn't have a lot of muscle to begin with, that first 6 weeks you're not going to look like a real bodybuilder. You'll be lucky to pull it off. In bikini, there's a lot of allowances that you wouldn't normally get in other shows like figure. So it's all relative again to where you're starting from and how quickly you're trying to do a show. Then if you decide you didn't do well one show and you got to do another one, you're still not giving yourself time to build that muscle and develop that shape you need. And it leaves a coach in a very compromising position. Coaches, it's a business. You sign up, you say you want to do something. We're going to do our best to get you there and pull out whatever punches we have to ensure it. There are a lot of bad coaches out there. There are a lot of coaches that are inexperienced, that don't have credentials, that are just using you as a guinea pig. So you do want to be careful of that because it is your body, it's your health, it's your well-being, and there's so much time and energy going into this that you do not want to waste your money or your time, even if the program's free, doing things the wrong way or putting your health at risk. So I would look at a coach's resume. What successes have they had? Not every coach has to have IFBB pros. I think that comes over time and more experience on a competitive coaching level, but that doesn't discredit your coach's ability to be the best coach for you. What makes a coach good for you has to do with the respect that you have for your coach, that you do trust their expertise, that you did your research. When people come to me, I assume they know who I am. They've done their research. They've looked at my web pages. I've got so much information out there that I expect them to be educated when they come to me, and I'll continue to educate them. But it's very hard when clients come to a coach and there's a lack of faith and confidence in the coach's ability to guide the competitor. So it's very important that relationship, that there's cohesion, there is synergy, and that there is a level of respect. If someone has a lot of issues with control and they don't know how to hand that off, it's going to be very difficult for a coach when there's a power struggle. So it is important that this relationship has the right balance. If it doesn't, coaching is, again, a business. So as a coach, we have to let some competitors go and learn the way. Some clients may come back. Some may find other gurus. we're usually good sports about that and try to um, wish you the best that we can. It's not always easy to lose clients. We do bond with our clients, and we, at times, not with everyone. But it is, it's hard to lose clients. So keep that in mind, that as a coach, I can only speak from my experience. I do the best that I can with each and every person based on when they show up, what they tell me they want to do. I give my tips and suggestions, and some clients aren't willing to listen to it. I tell girls every year, don't just jump on the Arnold stage. It's not for everyone. But some clients, they're dead determined to do it. It's their bucket list. I've heard that a million times. And I have to suck it up. And again, being that it's my brand, it bothers me if the outcome, of course, isn't always the best. So this is something that is important, and every coach takes their brand seriously, and we want each one of you to represent us the best that we can. And we're always, at least I'm always, very sorry if on some level I have failed a client. The other thing I want to discuss is about sponsorships. I know I went into this in my first video blog, but I do want to say it's a give and take. As a coach, I've sponsored athletes. I know that there's been misunderstandings around this with my personal athletes. I don't know any other coaches giving free programs or $99 programs when they charge as much as I normally do. So I do everything I can to support girls. I enjoy helping them. And when I see someone that I feel can really make it to that pro level and get that pro card, I do at times extend a sponsorship. So what does that mean? Where do we go with this? For me, that means that I'm giving you something for free that's very pricey that other people are willing to pay for. But you, as my athlete, I am going to put you out in the field representing my brand, and I do have some expectations. Usually a sponsorship, even in a supplement company, wants you repping their brand. There will be some blogging, there might be some posting, there will be some wearing of shirts and branded attire, and then also helping, at shows. If shows come up and the team needs help, whether it's my team, Team Beauty Fit, or my other team, Team Knockouts, I would like you to be there to help and volunteer your time. I mean, it's the least you can do to barter, or maybe come to a posing workshop, help out there. It's very little that I ask of athletes, and so if it doesn't work out and athletes are too hard to work with and they really don't want to give back, I terminate the contract, which usually is just verbal. Next year, I'm hoping to offer more sponsorships to athletes that have won the overalls, and I believe that this will qualify them for a level of sponsorship that I'm going to outline and send to each girl. And then from there, we can determine, if it's a fit. And I am going to have expectations. You can't just sign up and then drop your show at the last minute. When I'm giving away free programs or programs at cost, you have to follow through on your end of the deal. So that means if you sign up with me, you need to, by contract, and it will be in writing from now on, do the show you said you were going to do. Otherwise, you're just getting free programs from me from nothing. And why would I do that? So it is personal when girls bite the hand that feeds them and thinks it's okay just to move on and oh, I decided not to do that show after all, I'm going on a trip, or oh, I decided not to do that show and now I'm going to train with so-and-so and get on stage. So you take an athlete halfway through and then suddenly they work with someone else and all your credit is now theirs. So how can a coach not take that personal? That's just disrespectful in my books. So if you ever hear of any of this, I just want you to know personally, this could be the reason why the relationship was severed. I don't usually announce who my sponsored athletes are, and I will not in this video, but there are some girls who have gotten pro cards with me for free. And I have done everything I can to ensure girls' success, even just in a posing workshop, even if they have other coaches. So you win some, you lose some. It's the way of the game of coaching. All coaches win some athletes and have the best for a while, and then athletes leave, and there's all kinds of, melodramatics going on. And we try to minimize that the best that we can by just staying focused, being professional, and looking to the athletes that are grateful, willing to do the work on their programs and help represent their brand in the best light. And I'm always appreciative of athletes who show loyalty. However, it's never a guarantee. This is a business, so again, we win some and we lose some. Thanks for watching.